Hi, beautiful butterflies. I hope you're having a great day. So today we're going to be doing a really fun activity that's going to be based off a book that I'm going to be reading you. So I'm going to read you guys a story and then we're going to be talking about the activity and I'm going to break it down for you guys so you can figure out the best way to do it. And I hope you have tons of fun. So first, let's dive right into our fun story. You guys ready? We are going to be reading a story called If You Give a Pig a Pancake. So that's the title. And let's dive right in. If you give a pig a pancake, she'll want some syrup to go with it. You'll give her some of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably get all sticky, so she'll want to take a bath. She'll ask you for some bubbles. When you give her the bubbles, she'll probably ask you for a toy. You'll have to find your rubber duck. The duck will remind her of the farm where she was born. She might feel homesick and want to visit her family. She'll want you to come too. She'll look through your closet for a suitcase. Then she'll look under your bed. When she's under the bed, she'll find your old tap shoes. She'll try them on. She'll probably need something special to wear with them. When she's all dressed, she'll ask for some music. You'll play your very best piano piece and she'll start dancing. Then she'll want you to take her picture, so you'll have to get your camera. When she sees the picture, she'll ask you to take more. Then she'll want to send one to each of her friends. You'll have to give her some envelopes and stamps and take her to the mailbox. On the way, she'll see the tree in your backyard. She'll want to build a tree house. So you'll have to get her some wood, a hammer, and some nails. When the treehouse is finished, she'll ask for wallpaper and glue. Looks like a beautiful treehouse. When she hangs up all the wallpaper, she'll get all sticky. Feeling sticky will remind her of your favorite maple syrup. She'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if she asks you for some syrup, she'll want a pancake to go with it. Yummy, yummy pancakes. The end. So my butterflies, I hope you really enjoyed that story. So because that story was all about pancakes, I thought it would be really fun for us to do a project about what? What are we going to make? Pancakes, but I don't think that we can eat these kinds of pancakes. These are going to be paper pancakes and they're going to be super fun. If you give a butterfly a pancake, we'll probably make number and shape counting activities out of these pancakes. So I'm going to show you what you're going to need. So I've sent you guys a whole outline of pancakes and there's a number on one side and there's a shape on the other side. So based on how many numbers I show on one side, that's how many you're going to find on the other of shapes. So if there's a number 1, how many shapes do you think are going to be on the other side? Just 1. If there's a number 2, how many shapes do you think are going to be on the other side of our pancake? 2, and so on. So I'm going to show you guys what I have, and you're going to hopefully be able to create something like what I made and have a lot of fun with it. So here we go. See here, butterflies, I'm showing you 2 different ways that you guys can create your pancakes. So this first example that you see here is where I've pasted all of the paper down onto construction paper so that we can make kind of a cardboard feeling. I'm hoping that this one is going to be easier to use than the second one that I have. Well, you can take a look here. I have just cut them up individually, and I plan on pasting them one behind the other. So we're going to take a look at the final result in the next part of the video and see how it turns out. So now I have finished cutting out all of my paper, and I've made all my pancakes, and so I have 2 different versions. So remember, the first one that I had was what I had glued down onto construction paper because I wanted it to have a cardboard feel, so it might be easier when we're flipping our pancakes. And then the second one here, I made, I just cut up the paper and I taped it on the back. So with this one, I used glue onto construction paper, and with this one, I just taped it onto the back. So now we're going to see, once I start flipping my pancakes, which one works better, and then you guys can choose which version you would prefer to do and which one you're able to do based on what you have at home. Hi butterflies, so this is going to be our test run to see what we were able to come up with. Remember, I made 2 different kinds of the pancakes. There's one that's on paper that is just taped to the back of each other, and then there's another one that I pasted down with glue onto cardboard or construction paper, and I wanted to see which one worked best. So let's take a look. Ready? So I have my spatula right here, and I'm going to start flipping my pancakes. So here we go. I've got my number. What number is that? Number 1. I'm going to flip it, and what do I have here? How many shapes do we see? Just 1, and which shape is it? Do you know? It's called a heart. So that was my first flip. So now I'm going to do it again to test it. This is the construction paper that I'd glued onto it. So that's the first one that I made. So that's what I'm testing here. And it's kind of tricky. There we go. Number what? Number 2. I'm going to flip it. Ready? 2 what? Do you know what shape that is? That is called an octagon. And let's count. I have 1, 2. 2 octagons. So those were the ones that I made on construction paper. Let's test the ones that I made on regular paper that I taped. Here we go. This number is what? Do you know what number this is? Number 5. All right, let's flip it. Here we go. Ooh, what shape is that? Let's see. That is called a rectangle. And let's count how many rectangles I have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because the number was 5. So that's why I have 5 rectangles. All right, this is also the regular paper that I just taped to the back. Let's try that again. We're testing to see if it's easier or not. What number is this? Number 6. Very good. I'm going to flip it, and let's see what I've got. Do you know what shape that is? That is a diamond. So the number 6 was on the back. So how many diamonds do you think I have on this side? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. So did you guys notice which ones did you think were easier to flip? I'm going to show you again. So this is the one that I glued down on cardboard. I just flipped it. Here we go. And now I'm going to try, this is the one that I just taped to the back of each other. I'm going to try flipping that. There we go. So it looked like they both had some easy times working Sometimes it was easy to make them work and other times it was kind of challenging. So I guess we don't really need to worry about it. It'll be easy no matter how you try it. And I hope you guys have fun using your spatula. So now we're going to go through all of them and take a look at what I've got. Okay, butterflies, so let's run through all the pancakes that we have here. We're going to see what number we have on one side, and then I'm going to flip it with my spatula, and then we're going to see how many shapes and what shape is on the back. Okay, remember, you guys ready? So here, I'm going to show you what I have. This is my tray filled with all my pancakes, and now we're going to flip them together. Here we go. So I'm going to take my spatula, I'm going to flip it. So I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see. This is what number? Number 1. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it, and let's see. What shape do we have on there? A heart, very good. And since it said number 1 on this side, how many hearts did we put on the back? 1 heart, that's right. Very good, all right. My next one, I'm going to look for what number comes after number 1. 1, 2. Here we go. I found my number 2. There it is. See that? Number 2. Now I'm going to flip it. Ready? Ooh. Does anyone know what shape this is? This is called an octagon. An octagon, octo, means 8. So how many sides do you think this octagon has? 8 sides. But since I had number 2 here, I didn't put down 8 octagons. I put only 2 because that's the number on the other side. But it's really interesting how many sides are on the octagon. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see that? I hope you have fun counting all the sides. All right, now we did numbers 1 and 2. Put those to the side. What comes after 2? Number 3. I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to scoop up my number 3. How many shapes do you think are going to be on the back here? 3 shapes. You ready? Does anyone know what shape this is? It looks a little funny from the way that I drew it, but this is called an oval. An oval is like a stretched out circle. It's like a long circle. And there you go. So there's 3 because I had my number 3 on that side of my pancake. All right, next, number 4. You guessed it. Here we go. Number 4. I'm going to flip my pancake. And we've got on the back 4 hexagons. A hexagon is a shape that has 6 sides. So look, I have 4 hexagons, but there are 6 sides. So let's count how many sides are on each hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. All right, now that we did numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, what comes next? Number 5, you're right. Thank you. All right, so I scooped it up. That's number 5. How many shapes do you think are going to be on the back? 5, you're right. And who can tell me what shape this is? Have you seen this one before? It's called a rectangle. That's right. Rectangles are like long squares. All right. So we have 1. Now we have number 6 next. So here we go. I've got my number 6. I'm going to flip it. Ooh, what shape is that? Can you see? They're diamonds, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diamonds because that was on the back of the number 6. All right, we're gonna flip the next pancake. Number comes after 6. Number 7. All right, so here we go. I've got my number 7. I'm gonna flip it. Ooh, this is a really good shape. Who knows what that is? A star. How many stars do we see here? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect, because of the number 7. All right, we've got 3 more shapes and numbers to go. After 7 comes 8. There we go. Number 8. I'm going to flip my pancake to the other side and see what shape is on the back. What's that? What shape is that? A triangle. And there are 8 triangles here because they're on the back of the number 8. A triangle has how many sides? Do you know? 3. Tri means 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, last 2. Number 9 comes next. This might get tricky. All right, number 9. What's on the back? How many shapes are going to be on the back of this one? 9 shapes. Let's see. What shape is that? A square. That's right. And we have 9 squares on the back of the number 9 pancake. Okay, last but not least, number 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0 next to each other. 1, 0 is 10. All right, I'm going to flip it. Let's see what my last shape is. That's, what is that? A circle. You're right. And we have 10 circles on the back of the number 10. I hope you guys have fun playing this game. You guys can count in order, or you can mix them up and pick up a number 4 first and then see what shape is on the back. Remember, this one was a hexagon. Hexagons have 6 sides. This tricky shape, who remembers what this is called? That's an octagon. Octo for 8. So an octagon has 8 sides. And then remember, we had this tricky new one. This was an oval. The bottom one probably looks the best. All right, my butterflies. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this activity. And you can make it however you want. If you want to just tape the backs together, you can do that. Or you can use cardboard to put in the middle, or just construction paper to see what will work best for you. I hope you guys have lots of fun. Try to cut out the circles. See if you can do it yourself, or if you need mommy and daddy's help. And have a great time. Bye, butterflies. Mwah.